Samantha Fox first found fame in her native UK as a page 3 model in the 80s, but was far more renowned for a string of suggestive dance pop hits like Touch Me, I Want Your Body in the US. She's since seemingly disappeared from view, stateside at least. Whatever happened to Samantha Fox?
I hope to bring you lots of backstage experiences, my experiences.
Samantha Fox might not have troubled the US charts since 1989, but there's much more to her discography than her first 3 albums. In 1991, the music star continued her love of tracks with parentheses on her 4th studio effort, Just One Night, with lead single Hurt Me, But the Pants Stay On being perhaps the most WTF-worthy. 6 years later, Fox returned to the pop fold with 21st Century Fox, a Eurodance-heavy affair featuring a cover of lounge pop classic Perhaps. She embraced her rockier side on 2005's Angel with an Attitude. Throw in numerous hits collections, remix albums, guest vocal spots, and covers, and there's been plenty of material for Fox completists to get their hands on. The former model initially struggled to make her mark in music, however, telling The Guardian in 2017, "At the beginning, many people didn't believe it was me on the record." Clearly, Fox quickly found her sound and never really slowed down on this side of show business, even seeing a resurgence in popularity while continuing to tour worldwide in the 2010s. Fox said, "A lot of young people are into 80s music now. It was an exciting time. The songs always had a story and the choruses were anthemic."
Performing live is probably the best part about being a pop star.
The United Kingdom has sent both a Samantha and a Fox to the unashamed camp fest that is the Eurovision Song Contest. Unfortunately, the great British public decided against putting forward Samantha Fox when she entered the BBC's selection process in the mid-90s. Fox was one of several familiar faces to compete in A Song for Europe 1995 as the frontwoman of pop rock band Sox. London Beat, the vocal harmony outfit who'd achieved a US #1 smash with I've Been Thinking About You 4 years previously, were also in the mix. Likewise, Deuce, a pure pop group who'd only just scored a UK top 20 hit with Call It Love, entered the contest. Yet, it was a group of complete unknowns who ended up triumphant on the night. Love City Groove's self-titled hip-hop track received more than 140,000 votes, compared to the 65,436 that Sox's Go for the Heart achieved to place 4th in the competition. Who knows whether the UK would have done any better if Fox had been its representation at the contest a few months later. Love City Groove ended up finishing in an underwhelming 10th place, way behind Norway's victory. Fox first publicly proved she could be a double threat when she took on the role of Charlene in the forgotten 1987 action comedy 3 Kinds of Heat. 3 years later, she guest starred in the final season of Scott Baio's spin-off sitcom Charles in Charge. Since then, however, her acting career has been rather sporadic, to say the least.
I'm all over the place. Forget it. I'm on cloud 9.
Fox waited until 1999 to take on another on-screen speaking role, appearing as Patsy in The Match, a low-budget British comedy starring Richard E. Grant, Ian Holm, and a pre-glitter Max Beasley. Her next role wouldn't happen for more than a decade, with her performance as Karen in 7 Cases only arriving in 2015. But the horror movie appeared to have given Fox the acting bug, as she since played Miss Moore in the 5th installment of the deliberately silly Sharknado franchise, and signed up to appear in A Study in Red trilogy, a miniseries based on the Jack the Ripper murders. But Fox's most notable acting credit has been in the 1995 Hindi movie Rock Dancer. The former model flew in specially from London for a single scene in which she sang and shook a leg to a track named Traffic Jam. This brief appearance saw the singer reportedly become the first Western woman ever to grace a Bollywood film. Fox later shared on Facebook, "I'm very proud of this. It was such an amazing experience." Kiss guitarist Paul Stanley and Australian career criminal Peter Foster both reportedly dated Samantha Fox during her rise to fame. By 1999, however, rumors began surfacing that she was in a relationship with Chris Bonacci, the former girls' school 6-stringer Fox worked with on her 21st Century Fox album. Fox didn't comment on the reports at the time, but 4 years later did admit that she was in a relationship with another woman, her manager Myra Stratton. In a 2017 interview with The Guardian, the star explained why she'd felt the need to tell the truth about her sexuality, saying, "I was scared to come out, but then I thought, I'm not a pinup anymore. I can't live a lie." Fox had previously discussed her fears about revealing all during an appearance on British daytime chat show Loose Women in 2016, telling the panel she was concerned about what would happen once the truth got out.
I've got a lot of male fans. I was scared that I may lose that fan base.
Thankfully for Fox, the public reaction proved to be more positive than she thought. As she told The Guardian, quote, "It was no big deal." She's since teamed up with the likes of Sir Ian McKellen as a patron of the Albert Kennedy Trust, an initiative designed to help those in the LGBTQ community who have been disowned by their families. 6 years after telling the world about her relationship with Stratton, Fox revealed to OK Magazine that the pair planned to marry in a civil partnership. It sounded like it would be quite the event, with the star adding that she wanted Motorhead's Lemmy to walk her down the aisle and Boney M's Liz Mitchell to serve as the officiator. Unfortunately, the ceremony never came to fruition. In 2013, Stratton was diagnosed with cancer and tragically lost her battle with the disease 2 years later at the age of 60. A heartbroken Fox paid tribute to her long-term partner on Instagram. "Bye, my baby. No more suffering. I will always love you and you'll be forever in my heart." While appearing on Celebrity Big Brother in 2016, Fox revealed that she'd moved on with another woman, telling fellow housemate Marnie Simpson, "I met somebody a couple of months ago and I'm very happy. As you get older, life goes so quick."
Love is a great thing, and you know, you got to live life today.
Shortly after, Fox's partner was confirmed to be Linda Olsen, a mother of 2 from Norway. By February 2020, the couple had gotten engaged, with reports emerging that they were busy organizing a summer wedding, which would eventually be postponed due to the coronavirus outbreak. Sadly, the death of Lemmy in 2015 meant that Fox would have to find somebody new to give her away. Fox has almost put the Kardashian-Jenners to shame with the amount of reality TV appearances she's made since the turn of the century. She first embraced the genre in 2003 with a memorable appearance on ITV's The Club, a show in which 3 celebrities managed their own London bar. Fox lost out to soap opera actor Dean Gaffney in the 6-week series, but still grabbed all the headlines thanks to an outrageous drunken argument with a staff member which almost turned physical. Thankfully, her venture into the Aussie outback on the UK's hugely popular series I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2009 went by without any major drama. The same could be said for 2010, when she joined the likes of former America's Next Top Model judge Janice Dickinson and tabloid Playboy Colin Best on the culinary contest Come Dine With Me. In 2016, Fox bravely entered the 16th season of Celebrity Big Brother, alongside Ariana Grande's brother Frankie, former Danity Kane vocalist Aubrey O'Day, and Mob Wives star Renee Graziano. Fox struggled throughout much of her stint in the famous house and even had to receive medical attention after suffering a panic attack. She still managed to survive for 27 days before being evicted in 7th place. In 1994, reports emerged that Fox had become a born-again Christian, with her appearance at the faith-based Greenbelt Festival cited as evidence. While speaking with The Age in 2007, however, the ex-model argued that she'd always had strong religious beliefs, saying, "God gave me my body. I know it has made many people happy. There is no conflict there. I am doing what God wants me to do."
I've always believed in God, and I've always been a Christian, and I've always been a very spiritual person, and my faith is quite strong.
Fox did admit that she started to explore her spirituality a little further around this period. During a 2003 chat with The Guardian, the singer confirmed she'd once attended the in vogue evangelical course dubbed Alpha, but realized that its teachings weren't for her, saying, "What I learned was I've got my own faith. I felt I didn't need to be there." Still, the course wasn't entirely without merit. When asked whether it made her feel conflicted about identifying as gay, Fox replied, "I think we've come a long way since the Bible was written. I believe in love. At the end of the day, I think all God wants for us is to be happy and love each other. But Alpha was good because it helped me find myself a bit. It has taken me a while." Fox was managed by her father, John Fox, at the height of her career. Unfortunately, he was reportedly an abusive and controlling man who, writes The Guardian, increasingly spent more time drinking and taking cocaine than doing his job. Ahead of the publication of her 2017 memoir, Forever, Samantha alleged to the Mirror that she was left with a black eye and fractured ribs after receiving a physical beating at his hands in 1991. This proved to be the last straw for the young star, and she subsequently gave her father his marching orders.
So I had to sack my own father.
However, Samantha soon realized that he'd already embezzled much of her fortune by this point and had avoided paying her taxes for no fewer than 3 years. Fox went on to file a successful lawsuit, but the £363,000 she received was reportedly used solely to settle her tax bill. The singer didn't hear from her dad for several years, until he contacted her one day out of the blue. Sadly, it wasn't to make amends. John simply wanted to manufacture a reunion for the book deal he'd been offered about their life story. Unsurprisingly, Samantha wasn't interested, and the pair remained estranged until his death in 2000. In an interview with Express 17 years later, Samantha reflected, "It was very difficult. You can't say you regret having your father as your manager because he is your father. But there's that saying, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family." Samantha Fox might not be a name you hear much these days, but that doesn't mean she's been simply resting on the royalties of her 80s hits. This multi-talented star has clearly continued to maintain a strong work ethic ever since she made it big, and she's not done yet either. In 2018, Fox launched a pop comeback with the single Hot Boy, and 2 years later reflected on her Page 3 experiences in a British TV documentary. But it appears as though Fox has been impressively shrewd with all the money that she's earned. Indeed, despite once being embezzled out of millions of dollars by her own father, she still has an 8-figure sum to her name. According to Celebrity Net Worth, her fortune reportedly stands at a cool $20 million. Although Fox isn't averse to splashing the cash, she doesn't need to spend money to be content. Fox revealed to The Guardian in 2003 that, quote, "The simple things in life make me very happy." Years later, she told Express, "I'm very much in a good place. I love having a family, and I'm one of those people who, if I've had a bad experience, I look at the positive side. I want to always keep that chirpy, bubbly girl that made me famous right at the beginning."
I've never felt more confident and more mature in my life. I feel I know myself.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.